Hey guys, and welcome to another tutorial video. In this video I'm gonna talk about the art of invading, which means I'm gonna explain when, how and where to invade. I'm also going to show you some examples with specific champions like Lee Sin, Evelynn and Nidalee, because these three are some of the strongest early invaders and duelists in the game. Alright, I'm gonna start with the facts that made me choose these three champions as examples. Lee Sin is gonna be the first one. Lee Sin has extremely high early burst combined with a gap closer and either a damaging slow or another gap closer / escape tool, depending on if you want to take W or E at level 2. I mostly choose E for invades, because of the slow and extra damage. He also wins the 1-on-1 against nearly everybody. The only exception I can think of right now is probably Trundle. Nidalee is pretty similar to Lee Sin. She has high early burst, a low cooldown gap closer which can also be used as an escape, and very high mobility all around. Evelynn on the other hand has her passive, which is pretty much made for sneaky invades. She is also not as reliant on flash like others, which makes you able to pick up Ignite with her. In addition, Evelynn is highly snowball reliant and early invades are a good way to get your snowball rolling. Now before I am going to show you in-game examples of invades with these three champions, let's first discuss the requirements of a successful invade. Before you're going to invade, the first thing you want to do is inform your teammates about your plan. That way they are able to play accordingly and react faster. Next step should be visualizing the upcoming confrontation with the enemy jungler in your head. Things like, are my teammates capable of following? Can I escape if their bot or mid lane is coming from me? Do I have the potential to kill the enemy jungler, or am I satisfied with just stealing his buff? If you can answer these questions, you're probably ready for the invade. This first example is an extremely easy kill for me. Whenever I'm against a Kayle, this is my standard route, because I know that Kayle isn't the fastest clearer and that she's getting extremely low while doing her first buff. The reason this invade was so easy for me is because she didn't do anything to prevent her from getting invaded. If you're a jungler with a bad first clear like Kayle, always try to choose a non-standard route and ward the camp you would normally start at. For example, if Kayle would have started at double golems and warded her blue, she would have had a safe start and could have stolen my blue while I was doing hers. Also, don't flash while Lee's Q is still on you. It's better to just die and save a flash for another occasion. In the next scene we were able to ward the enemy Grump due to an invade. As soon as Sona sees Nocturne starting the blue buff, she's going in to try to disrupt him. This is a good move if you're playing a support that can dish out some damage, preferably from distance. Also, our AD carry is Caitlyn, which makes it a little safer for Sona to leave the lane early on. Due to Sona's pressure, I'm having constant vision on Nocturne, which enables me to easily hit my Q, kill him and steal his blue buff. And again, try not to flash if you know you're dead. Right after this situation I decide to move on to Nocturne's red, because I know there's a high chance of him wanting to do red after his death. Although Nocturne did the right thing by warding the lower bush, I'm able to make 3 people chase me, which relieves the pressure of my lanes. In addition, I traded flashes with Riven, which takes away a whole lot of her early kill pressure. Now, knowing that Nocturne probably feels safe now, I just repeat the whole thing, which makes me able to force Nocturne to base and take his red buff. Let's move on to another example. This time I'm playing Evelynn. I'm just gonna play the clip with the sound for you, because I already commented on the invade back then.
I also picked up Ignite, cause you really want that early game advantage as Eve to be useful. So yeah, I switched that out for Flash. I'm probably gonna invade Master Yi after my Grump, especially because I got Ignite, because I think I can kill him. It's getting pretty low at this first buff. I probably want to go over here as Evelynn, because with stealth we can see him fighting. Okay, there he is. Let's wait until he gets low. And just take it. If I went this way as Evelynn, there could be a risk of him waiting in that bush and seeing me. So as Evelyn, you always want to go this direction.
The next scene is gonna be from the opposite side, but just as easy to execute as the first one. When starting on blue side with Evelyn, I often ask my teammates to give me a smiteless pull for double golems. This way I can at least secure the enemy blue buff, should I not be able to kill the enemy jungler. Right after golems, I move on to the enemy blue, wait for Nidalee to get as low as possible, before killing blue buff and flashing in for the kill. My last example is gonna be with Nidalee. This one is also solid proof on how much chaos you can cause with a single invade. Just try and keep control of the situation. As the enemy jungler is playing an easy to invade champ, I move to his blue buff right after double golems. I wait for a good opportunity to start the fight and manage to force his flash without having to use mine. Probably waiting for the help of his teammates, he sticks around trying to figure out where I am. Knowing he will probably come back, I ward his blue buff bush and move out of sight so I can wait for him to start it again. Meanwhile, I'm watching the minimap to make sure none of his mates are coming to help out. When he gets close again, I try another all-in, nearly killing him but sadly throwing a needed spear into space. At this point I am sure that he is recalling, so I start blue buff. This is when his mid laner comes to protect their blue. So I start spamming pings to my mid and bot lane while trying to keep the two busy. This causes a 4v4 fight to break out. I hit a spear on Galio and try to burst him down. He uses his flash, but I manage to kill Kayle and force Galio to recall, which gives my mid, who is still full HP, a nice advantage. Alright guys, that's it for now. I hope you could learn something. If you have any questions or criticism, feel free to use the comment section below. See you in my next video.